Mickey Van of England and Paul Thomas of England. 10-point must system. The winner of the round must get 10 points. The loser, 9. If there is a knockdown, then he will get 8. It is a mandatory 8 count in the event of a knockdown. Nigel Benn, as you will see, has the flags of Great Britain and Barbados on his boxing trunks. And again, you will see, when we look at Nigel Benn's boxing trunks, you will see the word iron on the waistband. And that is a little tribute, Nigel Benn's own tribute to Iron Mike Tyson. The eyeball to eyeball.
Yeah, I don't like to see that too much because these two guys are friends and there's no need for it. This is going to be a good fight.
Your final words, Gary? Final predictions?
Yeah, well, I don't like to put my neck on the chopping block just right now. It's going to be a good fight. If Piper gets over the first 5 rounds, it'll be very interesting.
Yes, I'd agree with that. Better seen it, done it, been there, read the book, watched the film, bought the t-shirt. For Nicky Piper, this is virgin territory. Round 1, we're scheduled for 12.
Watch for Nigel going to work right away. He's going to come blazing out. He's always been a fast starter, and it won't change in this fight. It's a small ring. Piper's a big guy, and Nigel's going to come blazing at him, firing punches from all angles.
He's got to watch for the Piper left hook. They're wearing the Mexican Reyes gloves. These are known as puncher's gloves and cutter's gloves.
Nigel's keeping his upper body moving and keeping himself parallel with the ground, his upper body, so it's very difficult to nail properly, and he's very dangerous in the opening rounds, especially with that sweeping right hand. Piper looks very frail and obviously very big at super middleweight, 6'3", but he's had to work very hard, I'm sure. Piper's just nailed Nigel with a good left hook, their short one. There's no feeling out in this fight. These guys are going for broke. Piper's had a bit of success there with the right hand and the left hook, but it's early stages in the fight.
That was a confident start by the challenger.
He is a puncher, have no doubt, and people talk about writing him off. He's got a superb left hook. Remember, he's come down from light heavyweight. He's had 24 hours to put on extra weight from the weigh-in, and he's a big guy, and he's got a really quick hands, and he's measuring Ben. Oh, good right hand from Nigel. So they're all going to be bombing here. There's no feeling a way out here. They're both going to start digging their heels in. You can see it already, and banging those weighty punches across.
Ben must almost exaggerate the height difference, if you like. Oops, he's giving Piper an unscheduled piggyback out the ring.
Well, that takes more out of Nigel, Dave, when he leans on him like that. But he's a very upright target.
Ben got through with a right.
Good right hand from Ben, and you have to say that although Ben was a real quality puncher at middleweight, he hasn't had the same success when he fights bigger men. He hurts him, there's no doubt about that, but against Galvano he stung him and on a few occasions and stunned him, but didn't look like he was about to knock him out. I have no doubt with that added bit of muscle, he's really punching powerfully. Piper's had a good round there. He's taking the centre of the ring. He's not allowing Nigel to bully him back and to frustrate him. He's taking the centre of the ring. He's taking control of this fight. His hands are very sharp, and he's been quick with the jab and quick with that short left hook.
Well, if he had any nerves at all, you wouldn't know it, Nicky Piper. A good opening round, good left to the body from Ben.
Body shot from Ben, really solid shot. That will tell in the later rounds if it goes that far. Piper has got to be happy with this opening round, and it's coming to an end now.
An even opening round. We go back with the WBC champion of the world, Nigel Benn.
Yeah, some good punches in that round. Ben landed a few sweeping right hands, but didn't actually hit the target. The left hook to the body was probably the best shot. But Piper actually landed some good quality shots, in particular that short left hook on a number of occasions, banged off the right-hand side of Ben's head, and did dislodge him a few times. You know, it's a fairly even opening round, but at the end of the round, Piper's taking control of the fight. That left hook, look at that, right on the button there. It's a good shot, and see what he done. He got straight in on top of Ben to stop him from coming back. But Ben landed his fair share as well. Good right hands over the top here. Up, right on the button too. Piper took the sting out of that.
Worth bearing in mind that when Piper has fought big, heavy hitters like Morris Core, Carl Thompson, he's come unstuck. Thompson destroyed him in 3 rounds. Ben is not a big man, but he can punch as hard as Core and he can punch as hard as Thompson. Round 2, Piper, the challenger in the crimson trunks. Ben, the champion, black.
Nigel's just got to get his head moving a bit more. He's trying to be a bit static, and he's got to try and use that left hand instead of always trying to tee off at the big right. He's getting a wee bit predictable, and Piper's able to pick him off. Piper, on the other hand, has got to get those hands going really quickly and get them back again. He's got to recover quickly. When you put your left hand out, get it back quick to recover from the possible right hand.
Well, Piper's brought 2,000 fans from Wales to support him tonight, and making the presence felt in this vast Alexander Palace arena. Good trouble trying to get inside.
Good body shots from Ben. They're good quality punches.
I think the body shots are the way for Ben tonight.
Certainly in the early rounds. We've got to make sure not to get tagged. Any of these punches will knock you out. I'm telling you, these guys are really banging. Both of them are throwing real quality punch, real jackpot shots here.
But he's so upright as Piper.
But that's his style, Dave. He can't change that. He spreads his legs to try and make himself shorter, but he's an upright guy. That's the way he punches best, and he's not going to change it. He's 26 years old.
Ben 28, Piper 26.
Yeah, Ben's having a bit more success in this round, and Piper's obviously very careful with those body shots that Ben is hurting him with them.
Good right hand from Piper, and Ben, well, forced to retreat. A little grin on the face of the champion. He doesn't want to take too many of those.
Yeah, good right hand and a left hook. This is the sort of stuff that Ben likes. He likes him to come and expose himself. Piper, if he allows himself to be drawn into a slugging match, he could get nailed.
Yeah, that's exactly what Ben wants. Or he would like that.
Piper's getting a bit complacent with his defence here. It's been caught a couple of times. It's a good round for Ben.
Some of these long-range shots from Ben are getting through, penetrating Piper's defence as we near the end, inside the last 30 seconds of round 2. There's not quite the same intensity with which Ben started off against Mauro Galvano last time out. More controlled fury this time.
Yeah, I don't think he was as fired up for this one as he was for the Galvano.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. There is the bell. End of round 2. Ben's round. We'll take a break. Join us back on Screen Sport in a moment.
Of those punches and came back himself well in the round. Joining round 3 here.
Yes, the third round.
Piper used that snap and jab. He's got to use it more often and get his hands back up and just tuck up nice and tight. Ben was using his experience in the last round, boxing very well, switching to the body and concentrating on the body, and then coming over the top near the end of the round. It was a much better round for him.
Well, let's not forget that he's had twice as many fights.
He badly hurt,
yes.
Dave. Been stunned by a good shot there. Walked onto a good solid sort of a left jab, left hook. Piper knows he's hurt. He's on top of him.
He does indeed. They're right above us now.
This is where he can get caught himself, because Ben is more dangerous when he's hurt himself.
That was real success for the challenger at the start of this third round.
Still looks a bit
it's
shaky.
Ben's experience that carried him through there. He's had twice as many fights as the challenger. Needed every bit of that experience then.
Yeah, Ben looked a bit stunned there, there's no doubt about that. But he's looked stunned before and come back. Piper's just trying to pick his shots. And you see, the thing is, it's when Ben is hurt that he's really dangerous. He's really dangerous when he gets hurt. He goes for broke then. And he's very excited. Look at that uppercut. Whoa. Piper sort of, they're both measuring each other, just waiting for the big shot.
Ben You can watch him think. It's fascinating to watch, watching for the lead, trying to slip the lead, come inside, work inside, because Piper's outreaching him by a good 2-3 inches.
Yeah, the thing is, but he's not using enough of his jabs, Piper. Of course, it's committing yourself by sticking the jab out. Again, he stops that right hand from Ben. That's been Ben's best punch so far, just waiting for Piper's lazy left jab and then banging that right hand over the top. Oh, boy, he's punching Piper.
Good work from the challenger. Good work.
He's very concerned about those body shots. Watch the way he ties up Ben on the inside. Good tactics, but obviously those body shots are hurting him. Having to struggle down from, I'm sure he walks around at around 13 stone, down to 12 stone. That must be a real struggle for a man of 6'3". And look at his solar plexus. His waist mustn't be much more than 26. Those body shots are hurting him.
They are indeed. And Ben is whacking them into the rib. Once again, Piper was pinned on the ropes right above our commentary position. Now it's Ben's turn to come on the ropes. Anybody who thought Piper would be an easy touch, think again.
Piper's waiting for him coming in and obviously trying to tag him as he comes in, but those body shots are really hurting him, and he's making sure not to expose the body, keeping those hands tucked in around by his side. Another good left hook to the body, and right clubbing around the side.
Hasn't really had a chance yet, Piper, to throw the favourite left hook. End of the round. Not a bad round at all for the challenger. I gave him that round on my card.
Well, he certainly won the opening part of the round, but Ben was hurting him with body shots near the end. That's a fairly even round, and the champion might have got that. I noticed that in that round, Piper was starting to fade. Those body shots were really beginning to hurt him, and that left hook, in particular, right through the two elbows in the solar plexus, looked a real damaging shot. It got to the stage where he was afraid to throw counter punches when Ben was on his way in, and that's obviously his best chance. In the early part of the round, Piper did land some good quality shots and looked like he'd stunned Ben. That's the one, left hook, sort of long left hook, and Ben did look shaken there as he went back to the ropes, and Piper was on top of him like a shot.
The fourth.
Round 4, and it's all to play for. This is where, again, Ben's experience will come into it. He's had a lot of very close tussles where he's come out on top himself.
Well, not only has he fought twice as many contests as the challenger, but he's fought at so much higher a level than Piper, and it is significant, as we said, that when Piper has stepped up in class before, he's found it very, very tough. Not cool, he's giving a hell of a good account of himself so far. This is just round 4, remember, we're scheduled for 12.
Oh, good left
Ben
hook
is going
Ben.
in for the body shots.
Good shot to the body. Took a left hook on his own, but banged in those body shots anyway.
Yeah, well, if you're going to come and work with the body, Barry, you're going to take 1 or 2 shots to the head yourself.
That's exactly right.
Good. Crisp left from the champion.
Piper looks very apprehensive. Doesn't like those body shots. He wants to keep Ben off him, but by sticking the left hand out, he's inclined to get nailed with the right hand over the top.
And you can see Piper flinching when the body shots land. Ben caught him with a good, solid right hand then.
See how apprehensive Piper was there. Ben feinted with the left jab, and Piper flinched. Obviously concerned about that attack to the body, getting those elbows in, doing the right thing, but he is looking a bit shaky at this stage.
It is developing into a slight war of attrition now,
right
but
hand.
2 whipping right hands from the champion. And again,
Ben looks ominous at this stage. He's very strong coming on. Stopped a few shots, but he's looking the more powerful of the two. And Piper's really beginning to feel those shots to the body.
and Piper is starting to spit blood a little bit. cut the inside of the challenger's mouth. This is a good round for Nigel Benn.
Yes, indeed. And watch for him switching to the head now. After he's made Piper tuck up his elbows for the body shots. He feints to the body and then comes over the top. Piper's still dangerous. He's still got a sharp counter punch, and he's a big round for Benn.
Indeed, Benn's round. Another break from us. Join us back at ringside on Screen Sport in a moment. Watching this with great interest. Also would have watched Herbie Hyde's fight as well.
Yeah, that right hand actually missed Piper there, but there were a number of them that actually got through, and Piper looks ruffled. Benn's coming on strong.
Yes, this is round 5. Scheduled 12 rounds for the WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Nigel Benn, the defending champion. From Ilford, East London, black. Nicky Piper, South Wales in crimson. Benn a notch in front on my card.
Benn's just chasing and hunting for the body and the head. He's now been throwing more head punches in this round. It looks like he's changed his attack again. He's going to work for the head instead of the body.
Good tactics.
Good left hook.
Good tactics.
Yeah, it looked like Piper dipped at the knees there a bit.
And again.
Dipped again. Yeah, he's looking tired.
And all the time Benn remorselessly paws forward. And once again, Piper took a good, solid right to the jaw.
Yeah, good uppercut on the inside. Piper starting to fold. No doubt about that. Benn's coming on strong. The other right hand, left hook. Just Piper doesn't have much left. Oh, good work on the inside from Benn.
Now this is the Dark Destroyer of old. This is pouring forward against his Welsh challenger.
Yeah, he's beginning to become more of a thinking fighter. He's coming forward, but he's doing it with a bit more tact. He's using his upper body movement. He's moving from side to side, but still as aggressive and dangerous as ever. Obviously working with Jimmy Tibbs has done an awful lot of good for Piper's. Looks like throwing his last fling here. He's really beginning to tire. There's not much left in the tank, Dave.
There's not. I was going to say that there's no real power behind a lot of Piper's shots at the moment, and his work rate, well, you can see it has dropped dramatically.
Oh,
the body shots. Well, this is World Championship boxing. If they're right on the borderline, you don't cry to the ref. You get on with it. Larry O'Connell refereeing this bout superbly, letting him get on with it.
Landed a good right hand on Piper there. Piper looked decidedly shaky. He really is looking fragile at this stage, and these are last but desperate efforts from Piper.
Oh, good work from the champion.
And Benn just walking through everything.
Benn going to war.
Really hurting him to the body and to the head.
Oh, a little tap from Nigel Benn, a little mark of respect to his opponent, but he took that round very clearly. Yeah. Let's hear from Gary Newbon, Frank Bruno.
Well, with me is Frank Bruno.
Hello,
Frank,
Gary.
looks as if Nigel's power's beginning to tell a little bit.
The downstairs body shots are catching up with him, but he's a very dangerous and fit guy. The guys from Wales always come to fight, and they're dangerous, but I think Nigel's creeping in on top of him, but he's got to be wary of him because he's taller than Nigel, and he can catch him with a sneaky shot coming in. That's why you see Nigel bobbing and weaving, but it's a very exciting fight, Gary.
Do you think if Piper can frustrate him that he'll get back into the fight, Piper?
I'm not too sure if the body shots are taking a lot out of him because he's wincing every time Nigel's catching him with the body shots, but it's an interesting fight and you never know, but he's in there with the fight, you know.
So, how do you think it's going to go?
I think Nigel might stop him pretty soon. I think so. That's the way I see it anyway, Gary.
Thanks,
Happy
Frank.
Christmas to you.
Happy Christmas to you.
Yeah, he's not far off the mark. Benn is really hurting him, and I don't know that there's much left in Piper. He's trained very hard for this fight, but I think he's had to struggle to make weight. He looks like a guy that's very big for the super middleweight division.
I don't think he's a super middle. I think he's a natural light heavy. But listen, if you get offered a world title shot,
Absolutely.
you take it.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just saying that those body shots are hurting him more than they should be. Absolutely quality shots, of course.
And Ben is just
wearing
getting
them down.
faster and faster and faster. And look at the venom behind the shots. He's really teeing off on Piper now.
Yeah. Piper's not throwing anything back, you see, so he's
Larry
allowing him to
keep his
tee
head
off.
up. And Ben is just walking through him now. You get the feeling that the end is not too far away.
No, there's not much left in Piper. He hasn't even been able to throw punches back for the last round. He's been hurt so much with those body shots that Nigel's had a free sort of hand at throwing the shots. He gets in close. He was able to dig his heels in and wing in those body shots, and Piper hasn't got the energy to punch back to him.
No, he's more concerned with keeping Bruno off than mounting any counter-attacks of his own at the moment. There's no snap behind the jab. That was a decent-looking right cross, but no real power behind it, and back comes Ben.
Yeah, he's just slowly wearing him down. I would imagine he'll switch to the head and with incredible results very soon.
Strong man, been training in Tenerife, of course, Nigel Benn. Obviously works, doesn't it?
Piper's having to go back at the moment. The only way to keep Ben off him is to throw punches back, so if he doesn't start throwing back, Ben is just going to tee off, and sooner or later he's going to nail him right on the button.
That was a
Good
little
body
low.
shot.
That was a little low.
But it hurt him.
It hurt me. Minute to go. We're in round 6. Coming up to the halfway stage. Larry O'Connell very sensibly just lets them get on with it. Refereed this fight quite superbly.
Switching to the head, Ben.
Piper
teeing off again. Well, it stops Ben punching. If he stops him punching, well, he's not going to be hurt so much around the body, but I don't know that there's going to be much to hold Ben back at this stage. He's just steamrolling all over the top of Piper.
Well, we did say that if Piper was still around after the halfway stage, he might have a chance, but I don't know about that
good
anymore.
Right hand. Good right hand and a right uppercut. So he's surprising us all. He's still got a little bit left, but...
Yeah, but is this the last hurrah, though, I wonder?
Yes, I wonder myself. He's got to throw punches if he wants to keep this guy off him. He's got to throw shots. Better round for Piper, but again, I give it to Ben.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I've got Ben stretching out a lead now.
Piper's really feeling those body shots. I know they're trying to encourage him in the corner, but I'm sure a lot of the wind has gone out of his sails. Really badly hurt with those shots. You could see him doubling over just to protect the solar plexus and the floating ribs. You actually see Ben, look at him winding himself up there, bang, tucking his knees in, banging those shots in. Look, watch, bending the weight in behind those punches. Oof. And they're really hurting Piper. You see him flinching there.
Well, of the 6 completed rounds, I have given 4 to Ben, 1 to Piper, and 1 even. You can gather from that, I've got Ben in front. This is round 7 here at the Alexandra Palace, live on Screen Sport World Championship Boxing. Nigel Benn in black, Nicky Piper in crimson. WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World. This is the 12-stone division.
Ben stalking him again. Piper, for the first time in the last 4 rounds, has started to use his jab again. You would have thought he would have used it before now. But that's where he's got to be careful for, that right hand over the top. And body shot right above me here, really sinking in. Ben looks so strong at the 12-stone division. We did say at the beginning that he wasn't a big super middleweight, but he certainly punches half a stone heavier, that's for sure. watching those left hooks up top. Systematically taking Piper to pieces here. Piper is doing his best to keep him off, but he's got to start throwing punches or else he won't keep him off. He just come in and tee off on him again and again and again until the end.
And I'm sure that if Ben goes on pouring on the body shots, you'll see just one body shot, which won't be any stronger than any of the others, will have Piper down. Just the cumulative effect.
Piper's so concerned about watching his body that he's dropping his hands from his chin at times, especially on the inside. If Ben were to double up his shots, he would have more success on the inside.
Well, for somebody who allegedly wasn't too keen on this contest, Ben giving it one hell of a good shot so far. Round 7, scheduled for 12. He is a remorseless figure in a boxing ring. Something chilling about the man. Just loves to fight.
Piper slow right down. His punches are even lacking the weight that they did in the early rounds.
Yes, I'm afraid there's no real authority behind the shots that Piper does throw, but there's such a menace and a sense of purpose about the champion.
Now we don't write Piper off. Oh, good right hand.
Oh, here we go.
As Piper came forward, Ben hit him with a good right hand.
It certainly was, and just for a minute, the eyes glazed, the knees trembled.
Oh yeah, Piper took a big deep breath.
We'll take another break now. We're on the back stretch, round 8, in just a moment. Aaron McGuigan with you live at ringside here on Screen Sport. This last flurry worth another look.
Yeah,
Aaron.
Piper caught with a good right hand as he came forward, and Ben, he actually fell over Ben into the ropes, and Ben turned on him very quickly. Start of round 8 here. Keep seeing Piper has got very little left. Looked like that for the last couple of rounds, but he still stayed in there.
Well, he's shown he's got a good chin.
Courageous and durable guy.
When Ben came back to his corner at the end of the last round, a little wink towards Peter De Freitas and Dean Powell, Jimmy Tibbs, as if to say, well, it's going to plan, lads, isn't it? And it is. He's well in front.
Slowly creeping up on top of Piper. But again, he's moving his upper body very well now, and in his last few fights he's been doing that, keeping the upper body moving, coming forward and sweeping in with those dangerous long hooks and long right hands. And then when he gets inside, he's banging in those shots to the body.
Well,
obviously Jimmy Tibbs has worked very hard on, I know he's a tremendous guy on the punch pads, and works on you delivering your weight behind each one of those body shots, and he really has been sinking them in with great effect.
Well, you've got to say that Ben's tactics have been absolutely flawless in this contest so far. He's kept right on top of Piper, hasn't allowed the Welshman any room to use the jab, to use these big sweeping left hooks of his, and it's enabled Ben, of course, to work with the body as well. Midway through the round,
you can see Nicky Piper hesitate every time he throws punches, and obviously it's because Ben is coming at him all the time, especially with those left hooks to the body. Oh, what a left hook to the body. You can hear that thump of that from down here. Oh, really banging. I know he's switching over the top. Piper looks hurt. Legs look a bit shaky.
watches Ben. A good left hook and a good right cross.
As you say, Dave, he's more concerned about protecting himself at this stage. I don't know whether he's enough power left to actually hurt Ben. Could be wrong, but...
Well, you've got to always give him a puncher's chance, but I have my doubts, in all honesty.
Those two right hands are just taps. arm punches, no weight behind him at all. And threatening Ben with the uppercut so that he won't come at him. That's not going to hold Ben off. He's on a roll here.
And again, for the umpteenth time, Ben launches himself at Piper. A quieter round, but Ben's round nevertheless. It's almost getting to the point now where perhaps Piper might have to stop him to entertain any chance of winning this contest. Well, we did say, Barry, that if Piper was around for the second half, he might have a chance, but there's no power left. There doesn't seem to be anything in the tank.
Yeah, it seems like Ben has drained all the strength out of him. He's afraid, he's apprehensive, he's cautious when Ben comes at him. His best chance is when Ben's coming, winding his way in there to nail him with the right hand or the left hook. But that would be exposing his body, and he's afraid to do that. He's been hurt so many times around the body, and there seems to be no strength left in his punches. He threw a number of punches in the middle of the ring there, with very little left in his punching power. So I don't know how much left the guy has. He's got a lot of courage, a lot of pride, but I think that's about all he's got left.
I mean, he looks okay. He looks unmarked, does Nicky Piper, but it's those
we can't
body
see
shots.
the effect of the body
shots.
punches.
Yeah, absolutely right. It's those body shots that have been so sapping. And you see, Piper is being forced by Ben's tactics to be a counter-puncher, and he's not a counter-puncher. It's not his natural style of fighting.
No, he's an offensive fighter.
That's right.
And you see what he's doing there. Watch him tucking up nice and tight, and he wants to protect his solar plexus at all times. He's not even concerned about hitting Ben back or keeping him up. He just wants to protect himself. Those right hands and left hooks are just taps. Ben is just walking right through them. Threatening with the uppercut. If he keeps Ben off, that's enough. Ben's starting to slow down now. Although he's come at him for the last 6 rounds non-stop, he's starting to slow down a bit, but still very, very dangerous. Maybe Piper will get a chance to wind up some power in those shots. Ben's attacking with less fury in this round. Has given Piper the chance to come back with a couple of his own punches, but nothing to worry Ben.
No, I think Ben has established in his own mind, and in fact, complete superiority over his challenger now. He's just keeping the work rate up, looking for the opening.
He could be taking a breather in this round.
Yeah, the
way ahead.
the days when it was a point of honour to finish every fight inside the distance are long, long gone. If it happens, it happens. If not, it's not the end of the world. He's still a champion.
He's becoming more of a thinking fighter. There's no doubt about that.
Yes, I think the defeat against Chris Eubank caused a big rethink.
Good left hook from a long sort of left hook from Piper, but that's the way Ben comes roaring back every time he gets hurt. The body shots have won this fight for Ben so far. Well ahead. Wore Nicky Piper down with body shots. He broke the body up and the head will fall. That's the old saying, and it's worked so far.
It does work. It does work. Good right from Ben. Last 10 may have left it too late if he's to mount any sustained challenge.
Isn't it funny how the head punches haven't been as effective against Piper as the body shots?
Got a good chin as the challenger.
No doubt about that. Courageous and proud guy. He's taken a systematic beating over the last 8 rounds. Thought he won the first, shaded, I thought, fairly even second, and he's just lost it from there on in. Ben was on top the whole way through this round, just decided when he would attack. He picked his own times, and there's a right hand and a long sort of a uppercut come left hook.
So Nigel Benn perhaps just 3 rounds away from retaining his WBC Super Middleweight Championship. You're watching the bout on Screen Sport. It's taking place at the Alexandra Palace in North London. It's sponsored by the Daily Mirror and the Sunday Mirror. Your ringside commentators on ProBox, David Brennan and Barry McGuigan, former WBA featherweight champion of the world. This is round 10. And in contrast to the middle stages of the fight, where Ben really was turning it on, Matt's doing just enough to edge each round now, Barry.
Yeah, he's picking his attacks. He's keeping the pressure on Piper. He's not allowing him to relax. But he's going to decide when he wants to attack, rather than the early rounds. He just put everything into every shot.
That's right.
He's just feinting, bobbing and weaving, keeping the upper body moving. And then, well, I'll have a go now, or I won't have a go.
I'll tell you what I'm finding very, very impressive about Nigel tonight is he hasn't wasted a shot. Hardly missed with one.
He's picked his punches very well. He's fought very intelligently. He's stuck to his game plan, working over the body in the early rounds, and then in the later rounds switching up top. And he's had to watch out for Piper, because Piper, there's no doubt in the early rounds he was looking very dangerous indeed.
Oh, good left. That was a straight left, nothing more. The Ben corner urging him on.
Yes, so Piper rocked on his heels there. Piper did rock on his heels, there's no doubt about that. Started jabbing it again. Made the ultimate mistake of not getting that left jab back up in time to recover from the right hand.
He's done superbly well to go 10. And he's starting to take quite a few shots now, is the Welsh boy.
Well, Nicky looked in trouble from the 4th round on.
Well, he knows what it's like now to fight at the very, very highest level. You never know, may give him a taste for it. With 4 versions of the world title, plus of course light heavy. Still got options open to him, and 26 can still come again, of course. And that's better from the Welshman.
He hasn't taken too many clean headshots. So his body shots have worn him down and really hurt him. And his pride will be hurt when this fight's over, because it looks ominously like he's going to be beaten. And there's plenty left in him if he wants to have another go.
And I know that Nicky Piper, being of an analytical frame of mind, will be thinking after this fight, well, what did I do wrong? And the answer is he hasn't done anything wrong, really. It's just that he's been overwhelmed by a very, very, very strong opponent.
Still punching back. Less power in those shots, but still punching back, Piper. Again, Ben taking a breather in this round. More of an even round.
Yes, I scored that round even myself. Nigel Benn, of course, if he wins this contest, there's talk of him defending against Mauro Galvano, the man from whom he took the title. As regards Chris Eubank, well, there's a lot of ringside boxing celebrities here tonight. Chris Eubank is not one of them. Ronnie Davis, his trainer, is here. Chris, I don't doubt, watching this at home on Screen Sport. Good evening to you, Chris. Hello, Karen. Happy Christmas.
Couple of good punches here from Ben in this round. That left jab, look at the way it snapped Piper's head back. He hasn't used the jab very much because he's been bobbing and weaving so much, but the left, and in particular that overarm right, look at the way that right hand just sneaks over the top of that lazy jab.
I don't doubt that if the money is right, a Eubank versus Ben 2 will occur sometime, but not for a little while yet. Not for a little while yet. Chris has got too many talk shows to appear on before then. Round 11. 2 to go.
Ben just slowed down in the last 2 rounds, saving his energy up for a big finish. Big right hand.
Piper in trouble.
Piper in big trouble. Really early in the round, so he's got a lot of time to finish him.
Ben is a vicious finisher.
He's really tired, Piper.
Left hook and down. And down.
And he very gentlemanly like stop punching when he hits
There
his
is
back
a
at the ropes.
mandatory 8. The count is 8. He's up at 8. He says he's okay.
Yeah, he'll keep his hands up. He'll go down fighting. He's in big trouble here.
No,
the referee
he's
could do
in
him a
enormous
favour.
trouble.
The referee could do him a big favour and stop this fight. He's in big trouble. Keep your hands up.
He's got no defence,
No,
Piper,
he's
none
all
at
out.
all. He's out on his feet.
Ben's all over him here. I'll be very surprised if he gets through the round.
I don't think he possibly can.
No, he's
Larry
taking
O'Connell is keeping a very, very close watch on him.
he's taken a systematic beating for the last 8 rounds, and he's just all out here. He's got nothing left. He can't even hold his hands up.
No, I think this fight could be stopped now. I think it should be stopped now.
Well, Larry O'Connell's given him the benefit of the doubt. It's a world title fight, so
He very nearly went again with a big overarm right. Oh, what a left
left
hand.
to right hand. Referee's right there with him.
That's enough. That surely is enough. Come on, referee. That's it. It's all over.
Tremendous performance by Ben.
Well, the man is still a champion, and he is a cruel finisher.